Hey guys, it is Friday, May 9th, 2025, and I'm back with some free VST plugins to help you with your musical adventures and endeavors. All right, guys, we are continuing the month of May 2025 themed with developers. We're focusing on the developers that has free bundles, free plugins, more than one or two. They offer like a decent amount of plugins. So the developer for today is as follows. So for today, we are dealing with Unplug Red. The developer Unplug Red. They have a couple of VSTs that they offer. They're pretty wacky looking, but they're very effective. So let's jump to the site real quick and look at what the site looks like. I've talked about this before. Very out there. This looks like Windows in the 90s. Looked like the web, the beginning of the web in the 90s. But they have a couple of plugins here on the side. Most of these are VST plugins. Some of them are not actually, but they have some interesting ones here to check out. Prisma, Crumble, Sunburnt, which is a reverb. We're gonna look at those definitely. Punch, I've never checked out. It is something that's gonna make your stuff sound tight. That's all it says. This one is, I think, new. Magic Carpet. 3 delays feeding back into the atmosphere. So it sounds like a reverb feeding into something like, a delay, like 3 delays feeding into a reverb. So very interesting. It might have some granular component to it. Not sure. Have never tested out. This one is fairly new. They have Diet Audio, which is a spectral gate, which is just an interesting concept right off the bat. Red Bass is one of the ones that's been there for a while, and it's a low-end enhancer for your kicks and speech. It says most likely you could probably use it on bass sounds. They have a oscilloscope here called Scope, and we have Distortion, which is a distortion. They have a VU meter. They have another distortion called Plastic Funeral, and I don't know what Clickbox is. It just generates random clicks. So that's what we got going on. So let's jump over to the DAW and see what we have going on. So we have that arrangement that I started working on. You guys heard the beginnings of it from yesterday, last night, and today I added some more to it. So let's refresh your memory on what it sounded like yesterday. All right, so that was what we had going on from yesterday. So here we have more fleshed out version. Still not done, but it's more further along. Got some more layers to it, a Vox. So here we go.
Ban the influence.
So you guys get the point. So first of all, we're gonna look at this bass sound here, and I'm gonna mess with Prisma on there. So I've been using this lately. The interface on this is kind of wacky, but once you start messing around with it, understand what's going on, it's pretty useful. I've been using it a lot on my respaces and my 808s just to help bring out more detail and kind of dirty it up, bring it to the next level. So it is a multi-band distortion plugin. That's the best way to describe it. They have a mono version. By default, when you download this, you're gonna get a mono version called Prisman, and this is Prisma. Well, I shouldn't say mono version, sorry, a single band version, which let's just pull it up real quick. So Prisman, here we go. So this is the single band version. Let's get rid of that. So we're gonna be dealing with Prisma. So it's multi-band distortion. So up here we have the 4 bands. I don't think you can remove bands. So it just has 4. I don't think you can add more than 4 or use less than 4 as far as remove them. So in each band, once you hover your mouse, if you notice here, it's popping up the options for you to mute, solo, or bypass that specific band that you're hovering in. So let's solo this low end, and then now we're dueling over here. Hit the plus, and then you have all these different options to choose from. So we're gonna do, I'm gonna just do gain. Hopefully you guys can hear that. Hopefully you have on headphones or you're listening to something with a subwoofer on it so you can hear some of this low end frequency. So I'm just doing a gentle boost of that. Seeing if there's anything else I could add. Let's see, soft clipper. Just a little bit, not too much. So now I'm gonna solo this low mid-range and get a little bit more eccentric with it. Let's do a hard clip, crank it. And then add a gain to that, boost it a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna go to this mid-high section and rectify. No. Let's try asymmetry. Okay. So let's say something like that. So we're gonna turn off solo. So now we're hearing all 4 frequency ranges. And if you notice, now we have some stuff even spilling over to the eyes. So let's bypass the entire plugin. So this added more texture, more dimension to the sound, in addition to the fact that I was able to boost the low end. So multi-band distortion plugin, very effective. They have an A/B section over here. They have a quality section, which I'm assuming might be doing some oversampling. There is a dry wet knob here. Do they have presets? No, I don't think they have any presets. And you can actually change the crossover section between the different frequency bands. And then there's overall gain at the bottom. So very cool plugin. I've been using it a lot lately, like I said, on my 808s and on some of my basses, particularly respace. So definitely a good one to check out. All right, so next up we're gonna check out this piano. So remember yesterday we had added this filter from Analog Obsession. Today we're gonna look at Sunburst from Unplug Red. This is essentially a reverb and delay device. So I have a setting that I set up. So again, without it, and now with it on, so it's adding a very ambient tail. This does have presets. It does have presets here. They have reverse reverb. They got a lot going on. Gated, stutter. Let's check those out. See what those sound like.
Ban the influence.
Turn up the wet. I'm not really hearing the gated stutter. They have some controls over here on the side, high pass, and then when you bypass it, this thing comes up. Very weird, very different. But they have volume control over here, envelope for you to control the reverb, attack time, the decay of it, high pass, low pass, and then we have dry wet knobs down here, density, length, and we have depth, vibrato, speed for the modulation of the reverb. So you can get some weird warping on that reverb. So definitely check that out, and it's pretty lightweight also. So next up, what do we got here? Alright, next up we got Crumble. So talked about this a lot also. Let's loop this section. So this is on the Vox. So I actually have the reverse dialed in, a little bit of a low pass. The pitch is not touched. We lock the time to, I think these are quarter notes. Ping pong is dialed in a little bit. Feedback is up. Wet is up. And then they have modulation over here. The interface is very interactive based on how the delay is moving and bouncing. And if you want, I think you hold control and move this time dial, and you can set it using milliseconds versus using subdivisions. So based on what you want to go with. But definitely a very, very cool and creative delay effect. So that's it, guys. Definitely check out Unplug Red. Check out some of those other plugins. I'm gonna check out that new one that I've never seen before. It looks very interesting, the concept. I definitely want to hear what it sounds like. But I just saw it 10 minutes before I started the live stream. If I saw it earlier today, I would have probably added it into the project. It would have probably been on the Vox or on the piano. But there's still more to go with that arrangement. There's still more stuff I gotta add. I'm actually writing a song to it. I have the hook, the verses are done. So it's already going to a whole nother level. So that's it, guys. Check out the link in the description. It'll take you to that blog page. Also, there's a link in the description for my video series called PC Specs and how it relates to music production. So if you're looking to understand how the internal parts of your computer works along with your DAW, like how does the CPU affect your DAW? How does your RAM affect your DAW? If you want to understand how that all works together to help power your DAW and give you a smooth experience, definitely check out that series. It'll help you understand how it all works. So if you're having issues where your system is not performing smoothly, you're getting clicks, pops, a lot of hitches, glitches, stuttering, freezing, crashing of your software, definitely that series will help you understand why this is happening and what you might need to do to fix the issue. Also, check the link in the description for a growing playlist for these videos that I do twice a week, more than twice a week, depending on the week. But my live stream videos where I present you guys with free VST plugins. So if you're looking for more free VST plugins, 100% free, definitely check out that growing playlist. Almost 400 videos there. So if you're looking for free VST plugins, 100% free, no strings attached, not free for a limited time, not free if you purchase something, 100% free VSTs. Definitely check out those videos if you're looking for more. Also, there is a playlist linked in the description for my new video series that I started this year titled 52 Weeks of Reaper, where every week for 52 weeks, I'll be releasing a new video that focuses on a key feature in Reaper. And this kind of showcases what makes Reaper such an amazing DAW. So definitely check that out. I have the next video dropping tomorrow. We drop a video every Saturday and we're doing it for 52 weeks. So definitely check out that playlist also. Some good content up there. I've been having fun working on that series this year. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back next week to continue the theme of the month, which is focusing on the developers providing this community with free VST plugins, a decent amount consistently. They're supporting them. They're there 100% free all the time. So that's the focus for the month. Check back next week as we continue this month's journey with the free plugins. Thanks for watching, guys. And as always, you'll see me in the next video.